Welcome to the Squared Circle right here on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Hey. I'm Justin Greenberg alongside Joe Ritter.
Yeah, and the wrong mic.
What? Who's got the wrong mic?
Dom.
Dom? Oh, Dom.
Don't worry, I didn't say anything
You didn't say anything.
Now I said something.
There we go.
Yes,
And
Dominic Arbolino is here too.
Yeah, I'm Joe Ritter, by the way.
And
Don't worry, he introduced us.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Justin.
Attention. All right, so we got a lot to talk about. We only got a half an hour, so let's jump right into it. We got the Superstar Shakedown tonight, but we're not going to talk about that. Or is it Superstar Shakeup? Shake up, shakedown. Either direction. It's going to be fun. Let's go to last week's Monday Night Raw, and this was, the biggest Raw probably of the year. Up there, obviously, with the 25th anniversary show. I know you guys were a big fan of what happened. I was really not. So I'm going to let you guys kind of take over and talk about what you enjoyed from this Raw.
Well, the reason why it was cool first is that, it was obviously Raw after Mania. The crowd's going to be into it like it always is. And, it was just really, to me, what made it really cool was that, all the call-ups from NXT, which I'll just, jump right into it. It was, Ember Moon, No Way Jose, and the Authors of Pain. So those were, and then also just people returning. You had Samoa Joe coming back. That's always good to see Joe back. He's so good.
Thanks, man.
No problem. And then also Bobby Lashley returning as well. I mean, I'm a big guy when it comes to, either people coming back or, call-ups. And I think the way they just did this Raw right now is simply just, kind of just moving on from Mania, which is good, and I think they're going to be working towards, future storylines, which I have no problem with.
Nero, too. Jeff Hardy.
Oh, yes, that's right. I totally forgot about Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. He came back and he was in the main event.
I mean, for me, I like that they're bringing guys straight up with, no remorse. They brought AOP straight in. They crushed Rhino and Heath Slater, which is kind of sad because I was watching older Rhino, and I was like, wow, Rhino used to be kind of cool.
ECW World Champion.
Yeah, he was kind of cool, and now look at him now. But you know what? It is what it is. The new has to take over the old, and I think AOP is a great addition. Bobby Lashley returning, I wish he would have returned against literally anyone else. I think Elias is just too good right now, and you just brought him out. You had him sing, got a whole crowd who were literally chanting with him. He didn't know what to do. He got kind of choked up. It was hilarious. And then you have Bobby Lashley come out and squash him. Well, and he didn't even hit his spear. He just kind of threw him into the ground. It was kind of
all right,
uneventful for me.
I thought, Bobby Lashley coming back against Elias, you're kind of upset because, your two favorite wrestlers right now, I'd say Rusev, which, you're wearing the shirt right now, and Elias are pretty much jobbers to Vince McMahon right now, so you're probably not, appreciating that, even though the crowd is over with them. And then also with Bobby Lashley, I was pretty impressed only because you have Bobby Lashley. He had Elias up for 10 to 15 seconds. Yeah. That was pretty impressive.
Huge.
And with one, yeah. So I'm just saying, yeah. I'm countering your argument with the no spear, where at least you kind of had that, so you just see his strength. But I'm pretty sure they're waiting for that to happen until
I don't remember Lashley using the spear.
That was his finisher.
No, was it? I think it was the Dominator.
No, the spear was his end all be all.
I don't remember.
But I don't think they're going to use it because they want that to be Roman Reigns' thing, so they're probably not going to use it. No, I'm telling you, if you look up, that was his finishing move. The spear was his thing. When he wanted to put a guy down, he hit you with a spear, and it was a pretty cool looking spear. I won't even get.
Well, he's a big boy.
Yeah. And then I think No Way Jose is going to be a jobber.
That did nothing for me. I don't really know too much about him, but he was just
straight up. He will be a jobber.
100%.
It's sad to see it, but he's going to be a jobber.
No,
not everyone can be a star, and you know what? His character is that of, from time to time he'll get a good pop, and he'll job out the guys.
It's not really sad to see because, WWE, you need jobbers. And you need jobbers with character. A lot of them will be, weird, and some of them will just be like, oh, I'm never going to lose, even though they lose every time. You have those type of characters. But, you need those. So, everyone has their place, and it kind of, it's unfortunate, like you said, that he'll never be, a star. But, when you look at his character, I mean, he comes out with a conga line dancing. Yeah. I don't think that's really the star potential that they're looking for.
That character will never be a star, but that's not to say whatever his real name is, who's portraying No Way Jose, can't be a star. There's been plenty of guys who've been on the roster. Even look at a guy like Kane. Here's a guy who played a dentist for a year. He was an evil dentist, Isaac Yankem, and then he got repackaged and brought in as Kane. It might be a little more difficult in this day and age when everybody knows everything, and they're going to be like, oh, that's No Way Jose. But look at a guy like Bray Wyatt. He's a guy who was Husky Harris in the modern era, and most people today don't even know that's the same guy. So it can be done, and if he gets over, he gets over. Guys have gotten over with goofier gimmicks. Fandango, won a match versus Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. So it has happened before. I just don't see it. I don't really have any desire to see any more No Way Jose, but we'll see. Maybe he'll grow on me.
I'm also a bit excited to see Jeff Hardy, because they did that awesome at the end of Raw, that little comic piece with Bray Wyatt, Woken Matt, and Brother Nero, where they called him Brother Nero, and he turned himself into a woken person, saying all the words in the weird way that Matt does, and then he turned around and kind of shook it off, all right, now I'm back to regular Jeff, and they were just like, you Finn Balor, or no, was it Seth Rollins?
Both of them.
Both of them were just like, what was that? And he was like, don't worry about it. And
that was the best part of Raw, in my opinion. I was, ever so often, I rarely actually laugh out loud at something that happens on wrestling. That was a very fun moment. All in all, I wasn't a fan of this Raw. I know you guys love the NXT call-ups.
Yeah.
And I like them too. Ember Moon, I know it says Mood.
You almost said it wrong.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. I would like to see her have gotten her title rematch, but, she's moving on to bigger things. And the Authors of Pain are awesome. So I'm glad to see them being brought up. I just wish they weren't all brought in the same style. Here comes the new guy, squash match. I guess Ember Moon was kind of in a tag match, but No Way Jose was in a squash match. And the Authors of Pain doesn't really set anything up for the future, but it's good to get them on the card.
Don't rule out also that the Authors of Pain could possibly get shaked up, if you want to be saying that for
Shake
the
down.
term. But, I could definitely see him possibly going over to SmackDown Live, because it's not official that they're going to be on Raw. They just debuted on Raw. And then also, as Joe has been wanting for a while, I think a match between the Bludgeon Brothers and Authors of Pain would be pretty cool.
I don't want it, but I think it'd be cool to see. And also, I think Samoa Joe coming back was a great promo he cut on Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
You can almost say it was almost like a shoot promo, which is, I love to see that kind of format going on.
I wish there's more of that. I wish there was more of the realness, especially the night after WrestleMania. I wanted to see Roman cut something good. Unfortunately, we didn't get John Cena. We didn't get The Undertaker. We didn't get Triple H. All these guys that were in these marquee matchups are nowhere to be seen. Brock Lesnar, not on Raw. So it's ridiculous.
Triple H had a great match too against Ronda. Well, Stephanie and Ronda, they cut their early promo. You can see they're trying to do the McMahon versus
I think that's going to be over
here.
I think Stephanie's gone for a while at this point. They broke her arm and they got her off TV.
I have a theory for the shakeup, which we can get into later if we can get to the shakeup. But
we have to get to the shakeup.
Yeah,
we have
got to get to the shakedown.
So shakedown. But I just thought it was good. I thought it was a good Raw. Paige retiring was a little sad, but you know what? It's rectified somewhere in in SmackDown. And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is sad. I want to see these guys on the show.
Well, you know
it'll be somewhere.
I know it's story, but still.
I've heard a theory from someone as
they're going to NXT.
No, not that.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
It would be interesting, but I've actually heard a theory that maybe possibly that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they show up on Raw again tonight, and they actually beat down a tag team or just two wrestlers in general. So there are two spots on the Raw roster, and then Kurt has no other reason than to sign them. Where it's something like that, because it's something that they do because they're heels. No, that would never happen.
But come on, that would be hilarious. That'd be so WWE.
I honestly think it would be cool to see them get sent down to NXT for a couple of weeks, but I just don't think they're going to go that route.
No, I'm talking getting traded to SmackDown.
No, but I know, but I'm just saying in general, I think that storyline, a way to be like, well, you know what, no one wants you right now because of your actions, so they send you back down. But I don't think that's definitely not going to happen. No way.
But any other takeaways from Monday Night Raw? The big things obviously are Paige retiring, which we'll get into in a little bit. Samoa Joe calling out Roman Reigns. I guess this is setting up possibly a future feud, because I'm sure this Brock thing, we don't know what's going to happen with Brock Lesnar. Is this his last match with the company coming up at this greatest Royal Rumble ever? Is it going to be Joe versus Roman maybe for the title in the future? Will Joe finally get the title that I think he deserves? And just really the call-ups and the returns. It's kind of, it was a fast-moving Raw. Even though I wouldn't say it's one of the better Raws of all time, it certainly wasn't one of those where you want to switch the channel, because there was always something happening. I wish more Raws were like that, because I like just the energetic atmosphere that it was for that Monday Night Raw. But let's move to SmackDown, which took place, obviously, Tuesday night, and you guys want to take over? Well, because I missed the first hour because I work on Tuesdays.
All right.
So what's the big things that happened?
Well, luckily, I was off from work, so I was able to watch live. But so to start off the show, Shane McMahon kicked off SmackDown Live with announcing that Daniel Bryan is officially a full-time competitor. So obviously that general manager role is vacant. So he then announced who would be taking this place, and it was Paige.
Paige Here.
Stop. Paige Here.
Should that be the title of today's episode?
Yeah.
Sure. But
Can we play it?
this
No.
this is interesting, and I think it's gonna work. But I gotta give it time. I gotta give it like 2 months to see how it plays out. I want to see how demanding she is with stuff. I want to see her take action and be like, no, you're not getting this way. You're being in this match or whatever the case is. Like, I want something like that. I want like fury out of her, you know?
I want her to scream "excuse me" once.
No, because I can only imagine how that sounds in her accent, because it's very obnoxious.
In SmackDown
really is.
GM, in female SmackDown GM fashion.
Do you think she'll stay babyface or she'll go heel?
You know, that's a good point. Right now, it's probably going to be the babyface type of way.
Especially since she just retired, it's tough to boo somebody that was just crying their heart out on TV.
Exactly.
And
So
everyone loved.
yeah.
Everyone loved Paige, too,
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard for
Some
that.
more than
Especially
others.
Xavier.
Brad Maddox, Xavier Woods.
He showed it
It's
in
funny
a
how
very
you-
intimate way.
All right. I guess I'll just keep moving on with it. The Usos versus the New Day. It was Big E and Xavier Woods.
Again, this happened?
Yes, but this was #1 contenders match for the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles
Which-
against the Bludgeon Brothers at the Greatest
Dom, can I
Royal
ask you a
Rumble
question?
event. Yes.
What is up with rematch clauses? Usos were the champs. Don't they get an automatic rematch
It's
clause?
strange.
Yeah, the same thing happened later on in the night with Randy Orton
I
versus
did-
Bobby
I saw
Roode
that.
versus Rusev. So, you know what? You're right. I really am not understanding that. It should automatically go to the champion.
It's
But
ridiculous.
I feel like
I
they're kind of
get
just
it.
like forgetting about that rule. I'm pretty sure they just did it to have a card for SmackDown Live. I'm going to be honest with you. I really feel like that's why they just did it. Because if you think about it, Randy Orton won, and so did the Usos. So they automatically got their rematch. They just had to fight for it. So I really think they just did that to fill time, and then they're going to come up with storylines. You know, once they get past this Greatest Royal Rumble, which I'm going to be honest, is the biggest money thing, and it's so stupid, and I really can't stand it.
I really hate it. And by the way, you're listening to The Squared Circle right here on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. We're talking right now. We're in the middle of SmackDown, Tuesday Night SmackDown. And Dom, you're saying that this Greatest Royal Rumble is such a cash grab, and it is because WWE is so pro-women. You know, they have the first women's battle Royal Rumble. They have the first women's Money in the Bank ladder match. They have this Battle Royal at WrestleMania.
Everything.
And then they go to a country which doesn't even allow women to wrestle.
Yep.
They put it in the contract.
It's so awful
in
of
the contract,
WWE.
there no female matches.
Yeah.
But they're guaranteeing 7 title matches at the Greatest Royal Rumble, which I'm not even going to be able to watch. I'm going to be here.
And it's going to be at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Exactly,
bad.
on a Friday.
Well, that's the good thing about the network. Just stay off your phones. Don't go on social media. You can pretend you're watching it live when you
It's
get
so
home.
hard to do nowadays, though.
No, it
is.
really is. I feel like I have to go on airplane mode, which I can't for the whole day.
Dom, you're going to do it.
I'll try.
I'm going to do it too because I'm working that day.
I'll probably watch it on my phone.
I can tell you this, spoiler, I think Reigns is going to win
wait a
because he'll
minute.
get a cheer.
I'm not working this Friday, so I can watch the whole thing.
It's
you
not
go.
this Friday.
Oh, it's not? It's next
It's the
Friday?
27th.
I probably won't get scheduled anyway. It doesn't matter.
All right, but moving on with SmackDown Live, Naomi versus Natalya, just pretty much just for, more of a boost for the meaningless women's Battle Royal winner. This was probably the worst match of the night. It was literally just another fill-in match just to get Naomi another win because, she won her trophy. That looks like something that I can't say, but,
One other quick thing about the Usos and New Day. New Day loses. They're going to Raw.
They're 100% going to Raw.
It's pretty much. I hope they don't break them up. Don't do something stupid like that. They're so, just one unit. They've been separate. They never got over. They enjoy being together. Raw, WWE, whoever. Just please don't break these guys up.
Yeah, I had that
It's
as one of
ridiculous.
my shakeups to Raw, so I'm glad you mentioned that. But I guess we'll just keep moving on with the show.
Yeah.
So the iconic duo, a.k.a. Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, debuted on SmackDown Live by interrupting the SmackDown Live Women's Champion Charlotte Flair and putting a beatdown on the champ, which led to Carmella finally cashing in. It took her a couple seconds, like I would say 30 seconds,
I
because
saw
the ref.
Yeah,
he
what was
"Wait,
with Kyoto?
Are you sure you want to cash in? Do you know what you're doing right now?"
Because no one's ever done this in WWE.
yes!
No
as
one's ever
Carmella's
cashed
yelling.
in a bank.
Yeah,
or Money in the Bank.
That was kind of stupid, and I was actually getting a little worried that she might lose, but she did successfully cash in her Money in the Bank contract.
Rumor is Dom was running around.
Yes. I jumped up off of my couch. I screamed. My mom goes, "What happened?" And then I jumped on my couch, and my couch goes like around my living room.
Yeah.
I guess it's like one of those.